What is going on, everybody? It's Georgia Bulldog Will here. I know it's almost been a week since the game happened, but I've just, ever since after the game, it's been rough. It's been rough ever since losing the state championship. So that's why and also my voice, I was at the game and my voice was completely gone after the game, so I really could not make a video. Heck, I couldn't really even talk. But now I'm gonna recap the 2023 GHSA 7A state championship. Milton and Walton faced off at Mercedes-Benz Stadium almost a week ago. Tomorrow will mark a week since that game happened, and unfortunately, Walton lost. Milton beat Walton 31-21 in the state championship. Walton came up short. Doesn't hurt as it still hurt. It doesn't hurt as much as like the day after the game, but it still hurts. Just thinking about it right now, it hurts. It was just I felt bad for all the players. They worked their tails off this. They worked their tails off this season. They were just outstanding. They put in so much hard work. I mean, it took so much hard work, dedication, commitment, courage, just all that stuff. And they really killed it this season. I would have to say that this year's Walton football team was probably the best football team in school history, hands down. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe, 2011 we made the state championship. Thing is, in 2011, I don't mean to harp on the 2011 team, but in 2011 they got shut out in the state championship. This time they lost by 10, and they didn't get shut out. But I'd say those are two pretty similar. I mean, they're pretty similar teams. The only thing that's different between those two teams is the difference is one happened. Well, obviously the head coaches, because back in 2011, the head coach of Walton in 2011 is not the current head coach of the Walton football team. That's different. Obviously, players. It's a 12-year difference. What else? I mean, yeah, and probably the way the state championship game went in 2011, it went a lot different than this year's game. But the players, they worked their tails off this year, and they really just they killed it this year. They absolutely killed it, and I'm proud of the way they played this year. I know the season didn't end the way we all wanted it to, but you gotta be proud of how they did this season. I mean, you're not gonna play like this every season. Not every season's gonna be like this, so you cannot take this season for granted. And I certainly do not take this football season for granted. It's a football season that I'm never gonna forget. I'll cherish for the rest of my life. Even though we didn't win the state championship, I will forever remember this football season. Probably one of the best football season I've seen for Walton. The best. I don't really remember 2011. I was very little. But yeah, I mean, the players, I know they were upset after losing, and I felt the same way. I was very sad. But then I was like, you gotta give them a lot of credit. You gotta applaud the hard work and dedication that the players put in this season. But you also gotta give credit to Milton. Milton, I give y'all credit. I give you guys credit. Your offense performed very well against Walton, and your defense took advantage of our mistakes. So kudos to you guys. Congratulations on winning the state championship. That's your second in school history. You're second in like 5 years, I think. Milton was actually in the state championship 2 years ago against Collins Hill. They beat Walton in the semifinals in 2021. Yeah, we got killed in that game. It was 52-17. And so this game we were looking for payback, and unfortunately we didn't get it. And then, there's a lot of seniors on the football team, so a lot of guys will not be on the team next year. A lot of them heading off to college. A lot of them will be playing football in college, and I'm excited to see how they do at their how all the players do that. How all the players that are heading off to play at college are going to do. And I wish all the players that are not going to be on the team next year good luck in the next chapter of life, because it's going to be a big change going from high school to college. It's a big change. So yeah. And next year we'll see how next year's team looks. We'll have a different quarterback. We'll see how the team responds to all the players that will not be on the team next year. So we'll see how the team does. We'll see how the team responds to that. I think the team will still be a solid football team. Don't know if they'll be back to where they were. Be back to the stage they made it this year, but you never know. It's great. Anything is possible. So I'll make sure to keep an eye on them, see how they're doing, yeah. But yeah, Walton, I give you guys so much. I give you guys a lot of credit. You all worked your butts off this year, and you should be proud of what you did. You should be very proud of what you did. But yep, that concludes the 2023 Walton Raiders football season. The Walton Raiders finish 14-1. They were region champs. They defeated North Cobb in the regular season. That was their first win over North Cobb in like 6 years. That last win over North Cobb was in the playoffs in 2017. They killed it in the Corky Kell. They kind of got revenge. What's funny is the Corky Kell, they kind of got revenge on Grayson for the 2011 state championship by crushing them in the Corky Kell. But it would have only been right if we played Grayson in the state championship. But regardless of who, it was either going to be Grayson or Milton. Regardless, it would have been revenge. Grayson for the 2011 state championship and Milton for the 2021 semifinal game. But it was Milton, and unfortunately we couldn't get our revenge. Let's see what else happened in the regular season. We crushed Grayson, we crushed Brookwood, we crushed Pope as always. We beat Marietta. We beat North Paulding. That was a good game. We beat North Cobb. That was an awesome game. Crushed Kennesaw Mountain. Crushed Cherokee. Crushed Osborne. Crushed Wheeler. Absolutely blew out Mountain View. Took down North Gwinnett. Took down Carrollton. And we took down Camden County. But then Milton, they got us. But again, it's a season I'll never forget. So the 2023 Walton Raiders football season has come to an end. And I will be looking forward to the next football season. I'm going to miss Friday Night Lights. We'll be back to Friday Night Lights in August for the Corky Kell. Not sure who Walton will play in the Corky. We don't even know this. We won't know the schedules till probably March. That's when we'll know the schedule for the football team. But yeah, win or lose, it's always go Raiders.